This video was made possible by Mizizi International, the official African diaspora clothing brand. Visit mizizishop.com for more information. In the annals of African governance, presidents have traditionally been viewed as venerable figures, entrenched in their positions for decades. However, a seismic shift is palpable across the continent as a cadre of youthful leaders emerges, poised to reshape Africa's future. Senegal's recent electoral victory, propelling the 44-year-old Bassirou Diomaye Faye to presidency, epitomizes this transformative wave. This surge of young leadership challenges entrenched norms, injecting fresh ideas, energy, and aspirations into governance structures. It heralds a departure from the historical archetype of elder statesmen, marking a pivotal moment in African politics. With the youth at the helm, governments are increasingly attuned to the voices and aspirations of a beginning demographic, fostering a more inclusive and dynamic political landscape. While the rise of young leaders has been gradual, it represents a progressive stride towards embracing novel perspectives and catalyzing progressive change throughout the continent. With that said, here are Africa's youngest presidents that are reshaping the continent's future. Before we dive into our topic today, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel and ringing the bell to be notified about all our exciting future videos. Andry Rajoelina is a Malagasy French politician and businessman who is currently serving his second term as Madagascar's president since 2023. He was born on May 30, 1974, to a wealthy family in Antsirabe, Madagascar's third largest city. He previously served as president from 2019 to 2023, as well as president of a transitional administration from 2009 to 2014 during the political crisis and military coup, after serving as mayor of Antananarivo for a year. Rajoelina previously worked in the private sector, notably Injet, a printing and advertising company founded in 1999, and the Viva radio and television networks established in 2007. As Madagascar's youngest president, Rajoelina has embarked on a mission to rejuvenate the nation, prioritizing infrastructure development, healthcare improvement, and economic revitalization. Notable achievements under his leadership include the implementation of initiatives to boost agricultural productivity, the construction of new roads and bridges to connect remote regions, and efforts to combat poverty and improve access to education. Additionally, Rajoelina's administration has focused on environmental conservation, launching reforestation projects to address deforestation and protect Madagascar's unique biodiversity. His youthfulness and entrepreneurial background have infused his presidency with dynamism and innovation, driving positive change across various sectors and instilling hope for Madagascar's future. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, born on August 15, 1976, in Beshasha, Ethiopia, was raised in humble surroundings, witnessing firsthand the hardships faced by his community. Despite adversity, Abiy excelled academically, earning a degree in computer engineering from Addis Ababa University in 2009, and later obtaining a master's degree in transformational leadership from the Greenwich University Business School in London. He also has a Master of Business Administration from the Lead Star College of Management and Leadership in Addis Ababa, and a PhD from the Institute for Peace and Security Studies of Addis Ababa University. His career trajectory showcased versatility, serving in the Ethiopian National Defense Force as a radio operator and later delving into academia and business. Abiy's journey into politics was catalyzed by his desire to address Ethiopia's complex challenges. He joined the Oromo People's Democratic Organization and raised through its ranks, eventually becoming a member of parliament and later serving as Minister of Science and Technology. Abiy's ascendancy to the status of Prime Minister in 2018 marked a transformative moment for Ethiopia and the region. As Ethiopia's youngest leader, Abiy embarked on a bold agenda of reform, swiftly dismantling authoritarian structures, releasing political prisoners, and fostering reconciliation with opposition groups and neighboring countries, notably Eritrea. His initiatives aim to foster unity in Ethiopia's diverse society, promoting inclusivity and dialogue. Abiy's leadership has also focused on economic revitalization, implementing policies to spur investment, modernize infrastructure, and enhance social services. Additionally, he has prioritized gender equality, appointing a gender-balanced cabinet and advocating for women's empowerment. Abiy's youthfulness, vision, and commitment to reform have garnered international acclaim, earning him the Nobel Peace Prize in 2019 for his efforts to resolve the border conflict with Eritrea and promote peace and reconciliation in the region. Despite facing formidable challenges, including ethnic tensions and political unrest, Abiy remains steadfast in his dedication to steering Ethiopia towards a brighter future, embodying the transformative potential of youthful leadership in African governance. Coming in at number 5 on this list is the recently elected Bassirou Diomaye Faye of Senegal, who was born on March 20, 1980 in Indiaganio, the western department of Mbor, approximately 80 kilometers south of Dakar. Faye is currently the youngest democratically elected head of state on the African continent, and his rise from relative obscurity to become the country's leader in a whirlwind turn of events is probably the most impressive story on this list. The 44-year-old former tax inspector, who has a master's degree in law, entered politics as the General Secretary of the now dissolved PASTEF party. His political journey wasn't without hurdles. Imprisoned on defamation charges about the year before the election, he was released only 2 weeks to voting due to a public outcry, which allowed him to run in place of his disqualified friend, mentor, and leading opposition candidate Ousmane Sonko. Faye's surprise win, thanks in part to Sonko's endorsement, is a testament to the Senegalese people's desire for change. Vowing to govern with humility and transparency, Faye has pledged to tackle issues like reforming the country's currency system and fostering a more independent relationship with France. His underdog story and focus on reform resonate with Senegal's youth, making him a symbol of hope for a brighter future, not just for Senegal, but for Africa as a whole. Colonel Mamadi Doumbouya, born on March 4, 1980 in Guinea's Kankang region, was raised in a rural setting, experiencing the socio-economic challenges prevalent in his community. Doumbouya served in the French Foreign Legion, rising to the rank of Master Corporal before being appointed to command the SFG. He graduated from the École de Guerre War College in Paris and has over 15 years of military experience, including deployment in Côte d'Ivoire, Djibouti, the Central African Republic, Afghanistan, and other places. Doumbouya is an expert in defense administration, command, and strategy. Having received specialized training in Israel, Senegal, and Gabon, he quickly rose through the ranks of Guinea's military due to his exceptional skills as a soldier. And experts say he likely honed his leadership skills due to his involvement in various peacekeeping missions. His transition into politics occurred amidst growing discontent with the government of President Alpha Condé, whom he accused of authoritarianism and corruption. On September 5, 2021, Doumbouya led a coup d'etat, overthrowing President Condé's regime and assuming control of the country. Since assuming power, Doumbouya has pledged to usher in a new era of democratic governance, promising to hold free and fair elections and tackle corruption and human rights abuses. Under his leadership, Guinea has witnessed a resurgence of hope and optimism, with promises of institutional reforms and economic revitalization. Doumbouya's youthfulness and military background have positioned him as a symbol of change, representing the aspirations of Guinea's youthful population for a brighter and more democratic future. While his tenure remains in its early stages and his decisive actions have instilled confidence in many Guineans, offering a glimpse of the positive changes to come under his leadership. Colonel Assimi Goïta, born on November 30, 1983 in Bamako, Mali, was raised in a military family, instilling in him a sense of duty and discipline from an early age. Growing up, Goïta witnessed the socio-political challenges facing Mali, including instability and corruption, which influenced his aspirations for positive change. He pursued a career in the military attending the prestigious military academy of Kati, where he excelled in his studies and training. Goïta's military career was marked by dedication and leadership, earning him the respect of his colleagues and superiors. His transition into politics occurred amidst Mali's deepening political crisis, culminating into the overthrow of President Ibrahim Keita's government in August 2020, in which Goïta played a central role. Goïta later seized power from Bah Ndao in the 2021 Malian coup d'etat and has since been declared interim president of Mali. Under his leadership, Mali has embarked on a transitional process aimed at restoring stability, fostering reconciliation, and preparing for democratic elections. Notable positive changes initiated by Goïta's administration include efforts to combat corruption, improve governance, and address socio-economic disparities. Additionally, Goïta has prioritized dialogue with various stakeholders, including opposition groups and regional partners, to chart a path towards national unity and progress. Assimi Goïta has also been tough on Mali's former colonial master France through the banning of French funding for NGOs in the country, the permanent withdrawal of the media licenses of French news outlets in Mali, and the breaking of defense accords with Paris in 2022. As a result, all French troops in Mali left the country in August 2022. Furthermore, Goïta's Mali is now a part of the Alliance of Sahel States, a military alliance formed in September 2023 between Mali, Niger, and in response to regional tensions, particularly following a coup in Niger and threat of intervention by the West African bloc ECOWAS. Despite facing challenges, including resistance from some quarters and ongoing security threats, Goïta's youthfulness, military background, and commitment to democratic principles position him as a key figure in Mali's quest for sustainable peace and development. While his presidency remains interim, Goïta's actions signal a determination to navigate Mali towards a brighter future, marked by democracy, stability, and prosperity. Mahamat Idriss Kaka Déby Itno, born on April 4, 1984, is a Chadian four-star general and Chad's transitional president. He was raised in N'Djamena and attended a military school in Aix-en Province, southern France, but left after only a few months. He returned to Chad and resumed his training at a military school in the capital before joining the Presidential Guard. He quickly moved up the command system from an armored group to head of security at the Presidential Palace before taking over the entire DGSSIE apparatus. Mahamat was praised for his military effectiveness, particularly in 2009 when government forces defeated insurgents commanded by Déby's nephew, Timan Erdimi, the man in dark glasses, as is known in military circles, became president of the Transitional Military Council on April 20, 2021 when his father, the late Chadian president Idriss Déby, was killed in action while directing forces in the Northern Chad offensive. He previously served as the second in charge of the military of the Chadian intervention in northern Mali. Since becoming president, Mahamat Déby has pledged to continue his father's legacy while also implementing reforms aimed at fostering national unity, stability, and development. Notable positive changes under his leadership include efforts to combat terrorism and insurgency in the region, bolstering security measures, and engaging in diplomatic initiatives to strengthen Chad's relation with neighboring countries and international partners. Additionally, Mahamat Déby has emphasized the importance of youth empowerment and inclusivity, appointing younger officials to key government positions and advocating for youth participation in decision-making processes. While facing challenges inherited from his father's regime and ongoing security threats, Mahamat Déby's youthfulness, military background, and commitment to reform position him as a pivotal figure in Chad's quest for progress and stability. Captain Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso has undoubtedly emerged as a significant figure in the recent wave of military interventions across West Africa. At age 36, Traoré is currently the second youngest serving state leader in the world and the youngest serving president in Africa. He was born in Kera, Bondoké, Mumun Province on March 14, 1988. After finishing his basic school in Bondoké, he went to high school in Bobo Dioulasso, where he was renowned for being quiet and very talented. From 2006, he studied geology at the University of Ouagadougou and was a member of the Association of Muslim Students and the Burkina Faso Marxist Students Association. In the latter, he advanced to the position of delegate and gained a reputation for defending his classmates in disagreement. Traoré joined Burkina Faso's army in 2009 and graduated from the Georges Namoano Military Academy. After receiving anti-aircraft training in Morocco, he was assigned to an infantry battalion in Kaya, a town in northern Burkina Faso. Traoré was promoted to lieutenant in 2014 and joined MINUSMA, a UN peacekeeping unit participating in the Mali conflict. In 2018, he was recognized as one of the MINUSMA soldiers who showed courage during massive rebel strikes in the Tombouctou region. He then went to Burkina Faso, where he helped fight the growing Islamic insurgency. Traoré participated in various counter-insurgency actions in the country's north, including the Otampuano offensive in 2019 in Djibo. Traoré was promoted to captain in 2020, but soon became disillusioned with his country's leadership around this time, citing the widespread lack of equipment for the Burkinabe military, while politicians were handing out suitcases of money for bribery. Traoré's disgruntlement led to his involvement in the January 2022 coup d'etat in Burkina Faso, which saw the ousting of the government and the rise of the patriotic movement for safeguard and restoration military junta led by Lieutenant Colonel Paul Henry Sandaogo Damiba. But on September 30, 2022, he orchestrated the overthrow of his former ally, Lieutenant Colonel Paul Henry Damiba, after accusing him of reneging on his promises to quell the long-standing Islamist insurgency that has plagued Burkina Faso since 2015. Since becoming president, Captain Ibrahim Traoré has made a lot of progress in tackling the persistent Islamist insurgency that has plagued the country for years, employing a combination of military operations, strategic alliances, and community engagement initiatives to combat extremism and restore peace to conflict-affected regions. Additionally, Traoré has prioritized efforts to enhance governance and transparency, implementing reforms to curb corruption, strengthen institutions, and promote accountability within the government. His administration has also placed significant emphasis on socio-economic development, launching initiatives to boost infrastructure, stimulate job creation, and improve access to education and healthcare services for all citizens. Furthermore, Traoré has demonstrated a commitment to fostering national unity and reconciliation, engaging with diverse stakeholders to bridge ethnic and political divides and build consensus on the way forward for Burkina Faso. He has also pivoted towards Russia after ordering French troops out of Burkina Faso, suspending French media, ordering the French ambassador to leave, and renouncing France's colonial double taxation treaty. The Pan-African revolutionary, who has been compared with the great Thomas Sankara, has also made Burkina Faso a member of the Alliance of Sahel states after leaving ECOWAS. Despite facing formidable challenges, including ongoing security threats and socio-economic disparities, Traoré's leadership has instilled a renewed sense of hope and optimism among the Burkinabe people, signaling a promising trajectory for the country under his stewardship. Your perspective matters. What do you make of these young African presidents that are reshaping the continent's future? Share your insight and thoughts in the comments below. For continued updates on global affairs and diplomatic developments, be sure to subscribe to the New Africa channel. Stay informed, stay engaged. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to bringing you more insightful content in the future.